And joining me live in studio, Representative Joe Crowley, Democrat from New York. Thank you so much, Congressman, for joining us.
Thank you, Tammy.
You know, it's interesting, some of the things we're hearing. We know that right now the president will be meeting with Democratic leadership, and I asked our own Savannah Guthrie, was this a tough love meeting, particularly about some of the pork barrel spending as it's being seen in this bill? How comfortable are you at this point that you can get Republican support, and what adjustments will be made here?
I think that all of us have to come together right now. This is not about politics. This is not about Democrats or Republicans. This is about shocking this economy back to life. And my colleagues on the Republican side as well as the Democratic side of the aisle have to understand that we cannot allow this to get any further out of hand. We need to act quickly. We need to get these ready to shovel in the ground projects up and running. We just heard today that Macy's here in New York City is letting go 7,000 employees. This is not fantasy. This is not just about New York City.
Which brings me to my question about the pork barrel spending. People are hearing these, research for STDs and all kinds of things that are in there that have nothing to do with immediately stimulating the economy. It was Larry Summers who said it needed to be timely, temporary, and targeted. Can you say that everything in the bill is that?
We're talking about an $816 billion bill, and I think we have to look at the bigger picture. Yes, when some of these issues have been brought to the attention of many members of Congress, including myself, I support research for STDs. I support contraception.
But is it stimulus for the economy?
Exactly. Right. I don't necessarily agree that they are stimulative for the economy. They will have to be addressed at some point in this Congress. But right now, I think this is about getting people back to work, creating between 3 and 4 million jobs. That's what the president wants to do. That's what I think many of us in Congress on both sides of the aisle would like to see done. But we need to come together and put the politics aside. Just like we did in the last Congress when President Bush came to us, asked for a $700 billion bailout, a rescue package. Democrats put politics aside. We passed that in a bipartisan way. We need to see that come back in this Congress.
But politics is not being put aside. Let's face it, right now at this moment, it may need to be, but it is not. We will suffer the consequences if they don't. And that means we'll have an even longer time that we'll have to dig ourselves out of this hole. Whether or not the $819 or $16 billion will be enough or is too much, I think we have to, just like a patient comes in, is unconscious, we need to shock it back. If we have to put more voltage into it, we'll have to do that, but it'll take some time to figure that out. We need to move quickly, though. But you have to move quickly in a smart way, because many would argue the $700 billion bailout was moved quickly, and we see what that got us at this point, and many say nothing. Right. But quickly, though, I want to talk about specifically here, what are the concessions you feel will be made to get this to be a bipartisan effort that the president is wanting? Interestingly enough, I know that there were concessions made in the initial bill for Republicans. But there obviously needs to be more, they're saying. And that may be the case, and I think what you'll see happen is the Senate will work in a much more bipartisan way. They will debate the bill this week. They will have both Republican and Democratic amendments. And in the end, I'm confident they'll be more responsible in the Senate, pass a bill, will then come to conference, and we'll work this thing out. We will get a bill to the president by February 15th. I believe that will be the case. Impressive. Let me ask you, though, quickly, when we first heard about this plan, the president talked a lot about infrastructure, rebuilding America's roads, the bridges, and the Republicans are pointing out, I believe it's only about 5% that goes to infrastructure, and they believe it should be more. I think it's a bit more than that, but I would argue, yeah, I think we do need to put people back to work. We're seeing a lot of jobs lost in the private sector. To transfer them into the public sector, just like we did after the Depression, during the Depression, that's what we have to do. I think there may be some truth to that. We could certainly spend more in infrastructure. I don't think less is the answer. I think more is the answer. All right, thank you very much, Congressman. Thank you. It's great to talk to you. Hopefully we'll talk February 16th, I think is the date, the 15th. We'll talk to you when this bill is passed. Thank you.